What initially attracted you to Centrama's sort of services, and what made you choose us over other options?
So at MySense, we're a fairly small organisation, limited knowledge of our product in the marketplace. So I was looking for a company that could help me grow our reach, grow our capability, and sort of be able to bring in some of the new opportunities there. And having spoken to a couple of offerings, I just like the way that Centrama went about doing it. I like the personal elements of it and the ability for me to get involved and be part of the team that sort of devises this contact strategies, etc.
Amazing, great start. And then, how do you find working with Centrama from the team in terms of communication, maybe transparency pieces, and collaborations as a whole?
So I think it's great. I mean, we've had a few occasions recently where we've had to sort of change track ever so slightly just because of changing market demands, etc. And it's been very easy to get the team to launch sort of new campaigns for me and be able to do that. And then the constant feedback I have from Brian as to how the work is going and the dashboard as well is really great just to go on. And when it comes to the calls themselves, when I'm then meeting with potential clients, it's great just to go on the dashboard to be able to see what the previous conversations are and sort of give me a little bit of steer as to what might be of interest to the customer we're talking to.
Amazing. And I guess since working with Centrama, how have you found the quality of the leads? And through that quality of leads, how is your ROI basically converted?
So the leads themselves have been, in the majority of cases, they've been good, they've been successful, and they've been the right people. There have been a few where some oddities have come through, but I've been able to get back to the team and they've sort of reassessed the data they've used to do the reach out. In terms of conversions, I think I personally have been spoken to around about 20, 25 potential customers, of which maybe 40% of those have converted to a sort of a live deployment after those conversations.
Wow, good numbers. You're obviously very good at the sales calls. Great. And I guess what aspect of the approach sets us apart from other providers, do you think?
So I think it's that combined approach. So it's not just relying on the sort of outreach through LinkedIn or through emails, but also the sort of way of splitting it across different contact strategies. So whether it be the phone calls, whether it be through email, etc. So I think it's always good to do that, and the follow-ups as well. There have been occasions where individuals have failed to turn up on the calls that have been arranged, and then the team have followed those back up to chase down, and we've had a number of those that have then been realigned, and we've then managed to speak to them eventually.
Perfect. And then how would you rate your support and communication from the client side and the customer success manager side? Mainly Brian, I'm asking about more so than anyone.
Yeah, no, I've really been impressed with it. I mean, Brian's kept in touch with myself. We've had a sort of open two-way dialogue to see how things are going and see how things could be changed. And there's an example again this week where we've sort of looked to try and realign the focus areas for the campaigns. And again, Brian's been really great at being able to do that for me.
Okay, perfect. And then just a few other things like, would you recommend Centrama to other companies looking for outsourced SDR support?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been impressed with it. I mean, given for a company like myself that we do have a limited resource that is able to make these outreach contacts to customers, then the use of someone like Centrama to do that initial validation of potential leads and then sort of filter them down so that by the time they get to me and the rest of the team, we know that they are sort of good quality and a high likelihood of being a success.
Amazing. And then just the last one for me, is there anything else you'd like to sort of share about your experience working with us?
No, just to really say, being from my own background, I mean, I'm new to sort of small businesses. I worked for a large multinational corporation before I joined MySense. So it's really helped me to sort of get the footing in terms of how you can work in a small organisation but have that larger outreach to be able to speak to people accordingly.